Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss the next topic that comes under nature and significance of management. Right, students? So the name of the next chapter is functions of management. That comes under nature and significance of management. Now, students, there are 5 functions of management: planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. Right, students? So let's discuss these functions one by one. The very first function of management is planning. Planning. It is the first, the base, the prime function of management. Right, students? Planning helps decide in advance what to do, where to do, how to do, and who is to do it. Right, students? Planning is based on future. Therefore, it depends upon forecasting. Planning top level management का function है, students. Planning has thinking in advance. Therefore, it is based upon forecasting. Planning is a trap to capture the future. Planning के अंदर top level management plans and policies बनाता है for the whole organization. Right, students? So, planning is based upon creativity and innovation. Planning bridges the gap between where we are and where we want to reach. So, let's discuss planning, students. Planning. Planning is deciding in advance what to do, how to do, when to do it, and who is to do it. It helps deciding in advance what is to be done. It involves the selection of objectives, policies, procedures, and programs from among alternatives. Right, students? These are the 5 functions of management. Later on, it becomes your 5 chapters. That comes under part A, nature and significance of management के अंदर आएगा बेटा. ठीक है? So basically, in one line, planning is the base और प्राइमरी फंक्शन ऑफ मैनेजमेंट. राइट, स्टूडेंट्स? दूसरी वाली बात बेटा इसके अंदर ये है, प्लानिंग इज सेलेक्टिंग अमंग द वेरियस ऑल्टरनेटिव्स अवेलेबल. सेलेक्टिंग अमंग द वेरियस ऑल्टरनेटिव्स अवेलेबल, दैट कम्स अंडर प्लानिंग. तो आई होप द प्लानिंग इज क्लियर टू यू. नाउ कम टू द नेक्स्ट वन, ऑर्गेनाइजिंग. प्लानिंग के बाद नेक्स्ट फंक्शन है बेटा ऑर्गेनाइजिंग. दैट कम्स अंडर POSDC, प्लानिंग, ऑर्गेनाइजिंग, स्टाफिंग, डायरेक्टिंग एंड कंट्रोलिंग. Now, what do you mean by the term organizing? Organizing means grouping together the various activities, right, in the organization in the form of resources, right, and bringing together the human, physical, and financial resources together. Grouping and bringing together the human, physical, and financial resources together. अब बेटा किसी भी कंपनी, फैक्ट्री, फर्म, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के अंदर ह्यूमन, फिजिकल और फाइनेंशियल रिसोर्सेज क्या होती हैं? Financial resources means money, human resources means manpower, and material resources means, right, physical resources means material, money, method. Material, money, method. You can say 5M. किसी भी कंपनी, फैक्ट्री, फर्म, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के अंदर you required 5M: man, machine, material, money, method. Manpower comes under, right, students? Manpower comes under which resources? Manpower comes under manpower resources. Right, students? Human resources. Money comes under which resources? Money comes under financial resources. Method, material, and money. Method, material, and the other one, the last one. Right, students? That comes under physical resources. So you have man, machine, material, money, method. So let's discuss organizing. Identifying and grouping different activities in the organization. Identifying and grouping different activities in the organization and bringing together the physical, financial, and human resources. Physical, financial, and human resources to establish most productive relations for the achievement of specific goals in the organization. Right, students? So physical resource means material, right? Method, machine. Material, method, machine, right? Financial resources means money, human resources means manpower. So 5M is clear to you. I hope organizing function is clear to you, students. Now in organizing there are 2 elements of organizing: delegation and decentralization. Now what do you mean by delegation? Delegation means transfer of power from top level management to middle level management and middle level management to lower level management. That is the concept of delegation and decentralization. राइट स्टूडेंट्स, टॉप लेवल मैनेजमेंट जब अपनी पावर मिडिल लेवल को देता है और मिडिल लेवल जब अपनी पावर लोअर लेवल को देता है, दैट इज द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन. and where middle level management gets work done from lower level management. That is the concept of delegation. Right, students? So there are two elements under organizing: delegation and decentralization. Right, students? Whenever organizing chapter is come, then we will explain to you the concept of delegation and the concept of decentralization. Now the next concept is staffing. Planning is the base function, organizing is the resource function, and staffing is the key function of management. Right? Right man, right job, right time, right place. Right man, right job, right time, right place. Right, students? That is known as staffing. Putting person to job is known as staffing. Putting person to job is known as staffing. So let's discuss staffing. It consists of manpower planning, recruitment, selection, training, development, compensation, promotion, and maintenance of managerial personnel. Personnel means employees. It involves finding the right person for the right job, having the right qualifications, doing the right job at the right time. Filling the jobs in the organization is known as staffing. Manpower planning, recruitment, selection, training, development, compensation, and promotion of employees is there. Right, student? So planning and organizing is a function of top level management, and staffing and directing is the function of middle level management, and controlling is the function of lower level management. Right, students? So base function is planning, resource function is organizing, key function is staffing, putting person to jobs. Now come to another one, directing. Now what do you mean by the term directing? Directing means telling your employees what to do and seeing that they do it in the best of their ability. Right? Directing is also known as the heart of management function. Why? Because in planning, plans and policies बना लिए, ऑर्गेनाइजिंग के अंदर रिसोर्सेज का अरेंजमेंट कर दिया. राइट स्टूडेंट्स? स्टाफिंग के अंदर आपने एम्प्लॉयज को डिपार्टमेंट्स दे दिए, मैनेजरियल लेवल को डिपार्टमेंट्स दे दिए. राइट स्टूडेंट्स? आपने एम्प्लॉयज का अरेंजमेंट कर लिया, अपॉइंटमेंट कर लिया. नाउ व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय डायरेक्टिंग? डायरेक्टिंग का मतलब होता है टू डायरेक्ट द वर्क इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. ऑफ कोर्स टॉप लेवल मिडिल लेवल को डायरेक्ट करेगा, मिडिल लेवल लोअर लेवल को डायरेक्ट करेगा, और लोअर लेवल directs their workers and laborers in the organization. Right, students? Instructions, guidance, counseling, and motivation of employees. Four main things are required: instructions, guidance, counseling, motivation, and are required. So let's discuss directing. It refers to the process of instruction, guidance, counseling, motivating, and leading of employees in the organization to achieve its objectives. Directing is telling person what to do and seeing that they do it to the best of their ability. Right, student? It is also known as the heart of management process. I hope directing is clear to you. Now come to the last one. The last one is controlling. What do you mean by the term controlling? To check the work, putting plans into action in a nutshell. That is known as controlling. Putting plans into action. Right, students? Controlling. It is supposed to be the last function of management under planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. In पांचों के अंदर बेटा controlling is supposed to be the last function of management, but controlling cannot be misunderstood as the last function, as it completes the one cycle and starts the other cycle of management. Like प्लानिंग, ऑर्गेनाइजिंग, स्टाफिंग, डायरेक्टिंग एंड कंट्रोलिंग. कंट्रोलिंग के बाद बेटा क्या हो जाएगा? दोबारा से फिर प्लानिंग, ऑर्गेनाइजिंग, स्टाफिंग, डायरेक्टिंग एंड कंट्रोलिंग. उसके बाद दोबारा से क्या स्टार्ट हो जाएगा? प्लानिंग, ऑर्गेनाइजिंग, स्टाफिंग, डायरेक्टिंग एंड कंट्रोलिंग एंड सो ऑन. इट कंप्लीट्स वन साइकिल एंड स्टार्ट्स द नेक्स्ट साइकिल ऑफ मैनेजमेंट प्रोसेस. So let's discuss controlling. It can be defined as comparison of actual performance with the planned performance. Actual performance with the planned performance. कितने गुड्स बनाने के लिए दिए थे और अल्टीमेटली कितने गुड्स बनाए. राइट स्टूडेंट्स? इफ देयर इज एनी डिफरेंस और डेविएशन, अगर कोई डिफरेंस या डेविएशन आता है, फाइंडिंग द रीजन फॉर सच डिफरेंस and then taking corrective measures. Finding the reason of such difference and then taking the corrective measures. Right students? For example, आपने किसी वर्कर को 100 गुड्स बनाने के लिए दिए. There are 3 conditions. या तो 100 पूरे बनेंगे, या कम बनेंगे, या ज्यादा बनेंगे. कंपनी को प्रॉब्लम नहीं है पूरे बनने में, कंपनी को प्रॉब्लम नहीं है ज्यादा बनने में, कंपनी को प्रॉब्लम है जब गुड्स कम बनेंगे, बिकॉज द एक्चुअल परफॉर्मेंस इज नॉट मैच विद द स्टैंडर्ड. ऑफ कोर्स बेटा, एक्चुअल परफॉर्मेंस मैच स्टैंडर्ड से तब भी नहीं हो रही है जब गुड्स ज्यादा बन रहे हैं. राइट स्टूडेंट्स? हमें उस चीज को नहीं देखना है, हमें इस चीज को देखना है कि why the production is less, why the production is less, and finding the reason first for such thing and then taking the corrective actions. Right students? So it completes one cycle of management and starts other cycle. Right students? And controlling cannot be understood as the last function of management. I hope all the 5 functions it's very much clear to you. So we have discussed the 5 functions of management: planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. और बेटा आगे चलकर this become the 5 chapters, right? So ये सब डिटेल में चलेगा. प्लानिंग, ऑर्गेनाइजिंग, स्टाफिंग, डायरेक्टिंग, कंट्रोलिंग, ये सारी जितनी भी बातें आएंगी सारी डिटेल में चलेंगी. राइट स्टूडेंट्स? सो इन अ नटशेल आई कैन से प्लानिंग इट इज द फर्स्ट एंड बेस फंक्शन ऑफ मैनेजमेंट. प्लानिंग हम प्रेजेंट में करते हैं किसके लिए? फ्यूचर के लिए. इट इज बेस्ड अपॉन फोरकास्टिंग. Planning is a track to capture the future. Planning is based upon creativity and innovation. Planning bridges the gap between where we are and where we want to go. Planning is thinking in advance what to do, where to do, how to do, and who's to do it. Right? It is a function of top level management. Base and prime function of management. Organizing, resource function. Identifying and grouping the different activities in the organization and bringing together the physical, financial, and human resources. Physical resource, you know it very well now. Method, machine, right? Material. Financial resources, of course, money. And then the human resources is manpower. Right, students? So, resource function, organizing. Of course, it is a function of top line management. Staffing, right man, right job, right time, right place. Putting people to job. Yeah, putting people into job. That is the main function of staffing. It is supposed to be the key function of management. Right, students? Directing. It is the third function of management. Directing means telling your employees what to do and then seeing that they do it in the best of their ability through instructions, guidance, counseling, motivation and leading of employees. Instruction, guidance, counseling, motivation and leading of employees. We will go detail of this definition in the chapter one by one when the chapter comes. Controlling, it is supposed to be the last function of management basically, but we cannot misunderstood as the last function because it completes one cycle and it starts the other cycle of management. Right? Controlling, checking function, putting plans into action, standard, actual performance, finding out the difference and deviation, and then taking corrective measures. I hope the 5 functions of management is very much clear to you. Right, students? So come to the next topic. The next topic is nature of management. Now, nature of management consists of 3 things. Management is a science, management as an art, or management as a profession. So let's discuss nature of management one by one. Management as a science. Now, what do you mean by management as a science? Students, management as a science का में हमें ये डिस्कस करना है क्या साइंस के सारे फीचर्स मैनेजमेंट में एप्लीकेबल हैं. Is management is a science? That comes under nature of management, the first topic. So, management as a science. Science is a systematized body of knowledge having their own applications of general laws and truths and principles. Right? So, let's discuss management as a science. It is a systematized body of knowledge. What science? It is a systematized body of knowledge that explains certain general truth or the application of general laws. साइंस की एक अपनी जनरल ट्रूथ होती है और एप्लीकेशन होती है जनरल लॉस की. राइट? वी हैव टू कंपेयर द साइंस विद मैनेजमेंट. राइट स्टूडेंट्स? सो इन साइंस देयर आर 3 फीचर्स दैट कम्स अंडर साइंस. द वेरी फर्स्ट इज सिस्टमैटिक बॉडी ऑफ नॉलेज. सेकेंड वन इज प्रिंसिपल बेस्ड ऑन एक्सपेरिमेंट्स. थर्ड वन इज यूनिवर्सल वैलिडिटी. So we compare that all the features of science is present in management or not. If all the features of science is present in management, then we consider in a nutshell, in a conclusion way, that management is a science. If any one of the feature is not present in management, then management is not at all a science. Right students? So let's discuss all the three features of science one by one कि ये management में आते हैं या नहीं आते हैं. Right students? So very first is systematic body of knowledge. Of course students, in science we have got the systematic body of knowledge. Right students? So different books, lectures, literatures, laws are there in science. So in management also different literatures, books, laws and principles are there in management also. Right? Principles of management आप next unit में पढ़ेंगे. Your next unit is principles of management. हम बताएंगे उसके अंदर कि what are the principles of management that are applicable in a company. Right students? So I can say just as a knowledge में साइंस में जिस तरीके की अपनी नॉलेज होती है उसी तरीके से मैनेजमेंट की भी अपनी नॉलेज होती है. जिस तरीके से साइंस के अपने प्रिंसिपल्स होते हैं उसी तरीके से मैनेजमेंट के भी अपने प्रिंसिपल्स होते हैं. तो वी कैन से दैट द फर्स्ट फीचर ऑफ साइंस इज प्रेजेंट इन मैनेजमेंट. सो लेट्स डिस्कस द वेरी फर्स्ट फीचर स्टूडेंट्स. Systematic body of knowledge. In science, organized and systematic study material is available, which is used to acquire the knowledge of science. Right? Which is used to acquire the knowledge of science. Likewise, science in management also, there is availability of study material. There is also availability of study material of the principles and literature and theories. Right students? So we can say that the first feature of science is present in management. जिस तरीके से साइंस की अपनी थ्योरी होती है, अपने प्रिंसिपल्स होते हैं, उसी तरीके से मैनेजमेंट की भी अपनी थ्योरी होती है, अपने प्रिंसिपल्स होते हैं. तो वी कैन से द वेरी फर्स्ट फीचर ऑफ साइंस इज प्रेजेंट इन मैनेजमेंट. राइट स्टूडेंट्स? सो लेट्स डिस्कस द सेकंड वन. सेकंड वन इज प्रिंसिपल बेस्ड ऑन एक्सपेरिमेंट्स. Principles based on experiments. Right? So under second feature, scientific principles are first developed through observation and then tested through repeated experimentation. जिस तरीके से साइंस के जो प्रिंसिपल्स होते हैं वो पहले ऑब्जर्व किए जाते हैं और उसके बाद वो रिपीटेड एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन के लिए किए जाते हैं. Likewise in management also, the principles of management are derived over a period of time through observation and repeated experimentation. Like science, observation and repeated experimentation is there for the principles. Similarly, in management also, observation and repeated experimentation is there. So we can say that this feature of science is also present in management. Right? So thus this feature of science is present in management. I hope second one is also clear to you. Now come to the third one, universal validity. बेटा साइंटिफिक प्रिंसिपल्स पूरे यूनिवर्स में एक से हैं. साइंटिफिक प्रिंसिपल्स आर यूनिवर्सल इन नेचर, बट the principles of management, they are not universal in nature. They have to be modified according to the situation in the company. Right students? So I can say the third feature is not at all present in management. The third feature of science, that is universal validity, is not at all present in management. So let's discuss the third feature. Scientific principles have universal validity and application. The principles of management are not exact as the principles of pure science. Right students? साइंस के जो प्रिंसिपल्स हैं दे आर प्योर, बट मैनेजमेंट के प्रिंसिपल्स दे आर नॉट एब्सोल्यूट रिजिड, एब्सोल्यूट स्टैटिक, एब्सोल्यूट इन रियलिटी एज द प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ साइंस. सो देयर एप्लीकेशन एंड यूज आर नॉट यूनिवर्सल as compared to science. They have to be modified according to the given situation. So this feature of science is not present in management. I hope all the three features are clear to you. So in a nutshell we can say from these three features, two features are present and one feature is not present. Three features of science, two present हैं, right? One is not present. So कंक्लूजन क्या कहता है In a conclusion, we can say management is not a science. It is an inexact science or soft science. Because in management, we deal with human being. Right, students? So it is not a pure science like physics or chemistry. I hope it is very much clear to you. So what conclusion can draw? Management is an inexact science or soft science, not a pure science like physics or chemistry. Because management deals with human beings whose behavior cannot be accurately predicted. Right, students? Whose behavior cannot be accurately predicted. It has to be kept on changing as per the situation in the company. And the principles of management has been changed as per the situation need or arises of the company. So, nature of management. The very first is management as a science. I hope this concept is very much clear to you. Students, now come to the next one. The next topic is objectives of management. There are three objectives of management: organizational objectives, second is social objectives, and the third is personal or individual objectives. Right? First is organizational objectives, that is also known as economic objective. Second is social objective, and the third one is personal or individual objectives. So let's discuss one by one. The very first is organizational or economic objective. Right? Under this there are three conditions: survival, profit, and growth. Right, students? Now come to social objectives, development of the society. Now come to the personal objectives, that comes under beta कि मैनेजमेंट अपने एम्प्लॉयज के लिए क्या करता है. I have discussed earlier all these things. If you find any difficulty, you can ask me. Right, student? Okay, student.